So as I said before, the HID keyboard attack works on all operating systems, including Windows, OS X, and Linux. So by plugging our Android device to an OS X system, we can still fool that system that our Android device is a keyboard, and we can still send key strikes to that system as if we are a keyboard. So in this video, we'll see how we can use the HID rubber ducky script attacks to create a script that will use OS X shell and try to connect back to my Android device, which will give me full access to that operating system or to that device. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to launch terminal, we're going to run a command to connect to a certain IP, and this IP can be any device. So it can be a Linux, another Linux device, it can be a Windows device, it can be your NetHunter. All you need is a tool called Netcat to listen on a port. So before we saw when we were using Metasploit payloads, we were using Metasploit to listen for incoming connections. Today we're only using a normal connection, a normal TCP connection from OS X to another IP. So you just need a simple tool called Netcat, which is available on all operating systems, and it's pre-installed on your NetHunter and on normal Kali for PCs. So you can straight away just run the command and it's going to work. So let me first show you what the script is like. It's actually really simple. So I have it here downloaded, and I'm gonna obviously include it for you in the resources. So this is all it does. First of all, it does a delay for 1000. It waits for 1 second. Then it types in GUI and space, which basically shows the spotlight for OS X operating system. So if I type in CMD and space, I get my spotlight search, which allows me to run any program, just like when you type in the CMD or when you type in the Windows key on Windows machines. Then it's going to type in terminal to show the terminal. Then it's gonna wait for 500 for half a second. Then it's going to type in enter, so that will start the terminal for me. Once it starts the terminal, it's gonna run this command. So this is the command that will do the connection. So all you need to do is modify this part, this IP address, and put the IP address for the device which will receive the connection. So this should be the device. It's the same thing when we were using lhost. So it should be the IP of the device that will run Netcat on it. In this video, I'm not going to be using my Linux. So in previous videos, I was actually using my Linux to run Netcat. Today, I'm going to run it on, or not to run Netcat, just to receive the connections. Today I'm going to do it on my Kali NetHunter because Netcat is really simple. There's no point of having two operating systems running on the same time. So I'm just going to go on my terminal and start Netcat, which will wait for the connection. Then we can execute this attack. Before I execute this attack though, I want to modify this and put my IP address because this IP is wrong. So I'm going to just go see what is my IP address. And I can do that in my home right here. So we can see that my IP address is 192.168.117. Again, you can put any IP address in here as long as you're going to listen on Netcat on that IP address. So 1.17. And the final part of this command actually here, this is the port. So we're connecting on port 4444. You can change that to any port you want to listen to and you want to receive the connection to. So I'm going to copy all this. And I'm going to go on my rubber ducky. I'm going to paste my code. I'm going to hit update. And I'm going to do a convert. So I can actually launch the attack straight away. But before I do that, as I said, I need to listen on port 4444. So I'm going to go and launch my terminal. And I'm going to listen on that port using Netcat, using the following command. And after P, you put the port, so 4 4s. I'm going to hit enter. And now it says that it's listening on port 4444. So that's perfect. So I'm going to go back now to my NetHunter menu. And I'm going to go on my rubber ducky. And I'm going to hit on the three little dots and execute attack. And as you can see now, it's typing in the command by itself. And now if I go back, so let me show you here. And I'm going to go back to my terminal. As you can see now, I got a bash command prompt. And this is on my OS X machine. And to verify this, I'm just going to give you a PWD. And you can see it's in users Zeus. And if I do a uname A, which will basically just show the kernel information and device information, you can see that it is Zaid's MacBook Pro. You can see the kernel version and all that. And basically, this is full access to the device. So you can run all Unix commands on my... So now basically you have full access on my MacBook Pro. And you can run any Unix command that you want to do. So you can do an ls to list files. You can navigate. So you can go and cd test. Or you can do anywhere. Or basically go anywhere you want. Download, upload, run other commands. Install stuff, add services, basically full access to the machine you have now.